everybody, welcome to the introductory video for SimHogger. I wanted to go over some background first of how this project kind of came to be and what the goal was. I wanted to make a train simulator controller that offered flexibility, affordability, and maybe slightly more immersiveness than is available currently. I wanted it to be fairly plug and play, but I also wanted the community to be able to build up support for it. Something that people can kind of call their own. I will eventually open source the code so it can be adjusted and made even better, and utilize 3D printed parts to get it as realistic as possible and allow sizing that's as close to the real thing as possible. So to accomplish all that, we made a device, right, that takes the mechanical input from the handles, the levers, translates it into digital data. The data then is communicated to your computer, your PS5, your Xbox, whatever you're using for the simulation, and manipulates the simulation program that's running. Most of the programs use keyboard emulation, so simply the SimHogger is designed to send a throttle up command or a throttle down command or apply brakes, etc. Whereas for Run 8, UDP will be used, so the results are much more instantaneous for Run 8 than they are for the other programs. So when we talk about what is SimHogger, SimHogger is the main logic box. The logic box has a screen on it, 4 buttons. Using this box, you select your brake valve that you're using, the throttle that you're using, and the output setting for whatever game you're using. For USB, it will have adjustable commands for the timings, for keyboard presses and things like that, and other adjustable or even functions, such as turning on windshield wipers, isolating the engine, things like that, can all be accomplished through this box eventually. This is just simply showing the start menu, how you would select. I then have a flow chart that shows the various different options when you start and what I'm planning on eventually making for different air brake components and things like that. Now when it comes to the different braking schedules, or the types of brakes are referred to as schedules, currently I'm offering the 30 CDW, which is like a desktop pneumatic control, that's the one on the left. The 26, which is kind of the standard that's been found in the older American locomotives for almost 50, well, over 50 years, with eventual development of 6BL for like older switch engines or GP9s if you want to simulate something like that, and even steam 6ET brake valves are all in the planning stages. As I said before, I want you to be able to make any combination you want. If you want to use steam engine brakes with a diesel controller, you can do that. If you want to use a cylindrical control stand, I want to get there where you can do that. For the time being, I do have a design for a scaled down control stand where everything fits. It's pretty tight in there, but everything will fit. The handles, all that is life size, and the control stand is scaled down. It's only about 30 inches long, so it should almost fit on most people's desks. The use of retired controllers like this example here is a master controller of a commuter engine. SimHogger can handle the switch logic and pass those commands to the simulation program as well. My current build, this box control stand is made out of 3/4 inch plywood. This one, I don't have the headlight switches mounted yet, and I don't have a dynamic brake on there. I have it blanked. I'm kind of following suit after the commuter engine here for Train Sim World. Show you how the brake works here. The reaction time will be much faster on Train Sim, or on Run 8, excuse me. Train Sim World uses keyboard commands, so there's lag with it. But you can see the reverser. It's magnetic, so it pops in there. Select direction. Has a little centering system just like the real thing. The notches are labeled. The notches on the throttle are not as profound as a real one, but they're kind of a nice mix. You will feel the notches. This build has the indicator lights, the panel, they're not lit up yet. It also has the Gen Field plate, which is not active yet. SimHogger control box sits on top. You can see that that shows the current setup. 26 brake valve, EMD stand, output USB. For Run 8, the output will be UDP. I also have a door control box mounted on top of it to control the boxes for commuter service. Dynamic brakes, of course, are available, and independent functions like it normally would. Bails. The application timing is a little off for Train Sim World just because, like I said, it takes keyboard commands. Run 8 will be instantaneous. So that's where we're at so far with this particular build. 5 beta models are about to ship. Train Sim World support is fully active with the UDP getting close to being done. Just kind of coming up with the big rollout plan and working on the user interface for the functions on the SimHogger itself. And still under development are numerous switches, the indicator lights, and then other brake options, like I said, for Steam, Elco controls perhaps, and maybe even desktop signals. With that, I'm going to leave kind of the current prices for everything, where we sit. These prices are subject to change. They're just kind of roughly where I'm at with it. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you made it this far, I'm a terrible video editor, so hopefully this worked out okay, and hope to see you guys later on.